Let's start this live stream, y'all. Apologies for being a tad bit late. I was in the middle of making a TikTok because some interesting news popped up right before the stream started, and I wanted to at least get a TikTok out there with the information. We could talk about it here on the stream, but so far I'm seeing a lot of your wonderful faces come popping in here. Let me know if everything is sounding okay, if everything goes all right. Last time we were dealing with some lagginess. Hopefully it's not that laggy now, but I don't know. I'm looking at the camera right now and it's looking slightly laggy on me, but whatever, man. Let's just shout out some people so far. Bradley Hunt says, "Yo, how you doing, man? Yo, yo, yo." We got Sinclair says, "Hey, yo." Red lights. Thank you so much for joining in, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are so awesome. We got Bill Bug News 3C. That's me. That's me, y'all. How are y'all doing, man? Everything going good? Everything all right with y'all? Happy Friday. It is the weekend. As a YouTuber, every day is Friday for me. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to have some fun. Let's get into the first thing. The TikTok that I was making and why the stream was a bit late is because we had some crazy fun announcements. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Omni-Man is part of the new Mortal Kombat game. What? What? Look at how fantastic Omni-Man looks here in his costume. Ooh, we thought you were taking a dump. Hey, I saw that comment, whoever just said that. I wasn't taking a dump. I was making a TikTok on this. You can go to my TikTok page right now. There will be a video about this on there. Support it, please. In fact, I might have shut off my phone before it posted, so let me leave it on. Okay, it posted. Good, 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 good. All right. Anyways, this Mortal Kombat roster is looking fire. I look at this. I don't know who this Chris Parker guy is, but maybe you guys should follow him. Oh, look at this. We got Peacemaker and we got Homelander. Now, I brought this up in the TikTok video I was making because I have to stretch it to 1 minute on there. That's how you make the real moolah on TikTok, guys. Little insider information for you. I was like, okay, out of these three, who am I going to be picking to be my main fighter? And out of these three, if they were all at the because I know it's depending on who the player is, but let's just say with their power set put onto a football field, who's winning? I put Peacemaker last, okay? Peacemaker is not making it more than 30 seconds against Omni-Man and Homelander. I love you, John Cena, but even your invisibility powers cannot save you here, my friend. But I can't wait to see his finishing move. You know they're going to give him one with that big old gun he has. Who knows if they give him some specials with his helmet because he's got a whole bunch of different power sets. So I said, Peacemaker and last out of who could win between the three of them. Then I went Homelander, okay? The great thing about The Boys is that it's such a well-written show, and they make Homelander such a big, ominous threat that you believe this man could kill anybody. This man could take down Superman. If Goku was against Homelander, he's not standing a chance against him. And you know what? You might be right, but that's just the show. In that universe, Homelander is pretty weak compared to people outside that universe. So I would say second place goes to Homelander, and then we're going to give first to Omni-Man. Omni-Man is a real threat. Omni-Man could probably take down Superman if he really wanted to. I believe that. But just looking at this design, whew, it looks great. I can't wait. I know they have a little trailer video out. We could play that out so we can see them in motion. Let me see. Oh, I'm live right now. Maybe I should check that out. Mortal Kombat, just so we can get a look at it here. You guys can see all of them in motion and how great they look. I know there's not going to be any sound. Sorry about that. But okay, look at that. Can you imagine a full-on like Insomniac style type game with the people from Invincible looking like that? Oh, that would be so fantastic. Oh, look at John Cena. Now, I know Kwang Chi. I don't know the other two guys who joined in. I don't know who the guy is on the very right end and the guy with the glowing green eyes, but I'm just focused on those three right there. That is going to be so much fun. And I can only imagine what other characters they'll add on as things continue on for it. But that's just something from San Diego Comic-Con. Because of the whole Hollywood writers and actors strike going on right now, we're not going to see a whole bunch of movie news going on. It'll all be mainly pertaining to video game stuff, which is why we had like the Insomniac trailer that came out. That was a lot of fun. Let me see. So what you guys are saying here? We do have some topics we're going to get into. I have them in the description. We can go through them one by one. Then at the very end, I will be taking some of your questions either at random or if you super chat, I will be going in. Let me just take this one right now. What is your ideal deli sandwich? What would you put on it? Oh, this is a very good question. This is a question that has been puzzling me. It keeps me up at night. You might say. I did. I'm a turkey man. Turkey avocado with bacon, lettuce, mayo, salt and pepper. That's my preferred deli sandwich. You ever bring that and give it to me, I will love you forever. But that's what we got going on right there. So let's get into some of the topics I want to discuss here with you guys. Something fun. Some of y'all were putting into the chat before I started going live. Thank you for the early birds who come in and like everything. The director of Fast X, Louis Leterrier, saying he wants to make a Fortnite movie. Now, just because he says he wants to make the movie does not mean it'll actually happen. But as movie fans, let's pretend, let's imagine, what would that end up looking like? A friggin' Fortnite movie? I already saw some people say, well, if they make a Fortnite movie, it should be animated. And yeah, that could be fun. An animated version that people are pushing boundaries with that. I want me a live action one. And I feel like you could make it work. You can even include all the ridiculous crossovers that Fortnite does, like, Spider-Man, Optimus Prime, all these other people. You could just say that they're real life corporations wanting sponsorship, and maybe the Fortnite event is televised in the movie world and people join in for a big cash prize. That's what I would say. And so you could bring in IP characters and say those are corporations televising and sponsoring people in the Fortnite. But that's just me getting a little creative with it. Louis Leterrier could be fun. I thought he did good with Fast X. I'm going to be more curious to see what he does with Fast X Part 2, because that'll be him from the start with post-production and all that stuff. With Fast X, he was taking over Justin Lin, who quit. So a lot of the ideas thrown in there weren't his ideas, weren't things he wanted in it, but he just took the reins because they needed a director. And now I'm curious to see how he's going to do the next movie, since it'll be his own and he'll be able to put his own spin on it. But Fortnite movie, it gets rumored once a year, every time, never ends up happening. I know it'll happen eventually. Fortnite is growing too big, but it's just nice to imagine there's directors out there that are like, hey, if it's happening, I want in and I want to make it. Yeah, I saw someone already saying in the chat, Ready Player One. That's basically what you would do with the Fortnite movie, and I'd watch it. Right here, Ready Player One style movie. Spooky Dookie. That's a great name, by the way. I agree with you. Yeah. So that was something I saw. I thought that was fun. Now we're going to get into the sad news, okay? Gather around, peeps. Gather around, people. Silence. Please wear all black, because it is time to prepare for the Blue Beetle funeral. Guys, it is not looking good for Blue Beetle. You guys know I'm genuinely excited for the movie. I want to see it. I like Blue Beetle as a character. I saw him in cartoons growing up. I've even started reading the comic books, and I'm like, this could be so much fun. And it's coming out that Blue Beetle at the highest, is projecting $17 million opening weekend. My friends, that is terrible news. That is really bad for Blue Beetle. Yeah, look, already people in the chat. No Blue Beetle. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Unfortunately, it's looking like it's gonna flop. The movie cost a little over $100 million. If it turns out being good and it's actually an enjoyable movie, there's a chance, good reviews can push it to meet its box office and then break even probably. But right now, it's not looking good. And I mean, we just saw reports. I don't know if you guys saw this. Barbie is killing it at the box office. Okay. All those, I can't wait to see them woke channels, how they spin this and explain how Barbie is going to be a box office hit. And they're like, well, I thought if you go woke, you go broke. Shut up already, man. Get a real job. But anyways, they have it here. Barbie is going to make $150 million opening weekend. Oppenheimer doing really good. $75 million. I'm glad Oppenheimer is doing good. And I'm giving Barbie a little bit of credit for that. Okay. I feel like the Barbenheimer movement helped Oppenheimer get some attention, which is a good thing because it's a great movie and Oppenheimer is better than Barbie. But for the memes, we are Barbie boys here. So this is also a big win for Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers is bleeding money. Okay. Like I said, every time they got a comic book movie coming out, it's not making the money that they hope. It's making them suffer. So Barbie could actually bring in some new money to Warner Brothers that they desperately needed. And so hearing something like Blue Beetle is going to end up making maybe $17 million opening weekend, that's just sad to hear. Since it's going to flop, it's that difference between we get a Blue Beetle trilogy in the DCU or Blue Beetle becomes a side character that pops up in random projects and maybe doesn't get a movie again because of what just happened to him. And so that makes me sad. It's not their fault. I know the movie's probably going to get crucified whenever it comes out because it was originally meant to go to streaming. It wasn't supposed to be a high super octane budget superhero movie like people expect now. I think it's just going to be a simple fun origin story, which I'm looking forward to. See, I'm seeing already some people say that's sad for real. Yeah, I agree. Let's Blue Beetle Barbie. I wish we could Blue Beetle Barbie, but it's too late. We've tried too hard with the memes. We're not gonna make it in time, guys. We're just gonna have to watch Blue Beetle and accept that it's the funeral of the movie. But hopefully we have a good time. And I didn't want to end the Blue Beetle news there all sad, so I did find something kind of happy to get excited about with Blue Beetle. I don't know if you guys saw this. The Blue Beetle popcorn buckets look freaking awesome, okay? Thanks to Neb here, which if you don't know Neb on Twitter, go follow him. He was someone that was pushing. He's the one who started the Blue Beetle Barbie burger. I mean, the Blue Beetle burger trend. If you were seeing a Blue Beetle burger out there, this is the account that started it because he was trying to start some viral buzz for the movie. So thank Neb, but this is real. This one isn't fake, though. It's not like the Blue Beetle burger. So AMC is going to come out with the Scarab popcorn bucket. And the cool thing about this, you can kind of see it in the photo. It's going to come with straps so you can wear it as a backpack with popcorn in it if you want. We don't really put popcorn in this. We get it for the collectible aspect. And come on, the detail on that Scarab. Why are popcorn buckets suddenly becoming so high quality? Like, I'm curious because don't make fun of me now, guys, okay? Give me a second. This weekend, I saw they were doing it, and I couldn't resist, my friends. I couldn't help it. I got the Barbie popcorn bucket. This is the Barbie car that they're selling at AMC theaters. And the funny thing about this, if you buy this, it comes with a Barbie. So this is the first Barbie I ever owned, and I love her. She's great. She's wonderful. Margot Robbie is on the back of it. I'm holding on to this in case I have a daughter someday, or this becomes a big collectible item, okay? With Barbie breaking box office records, this is going to sell for millions someday. Or it's just going to be very sad and hard to explain to my relatives why I own a Barbie. Anyways, though, the popcorn bucket. I mean, this thing is cool. So supposedly, you pop in the popcorn somewhere by taking this off. I don't even honestly know, guys. Oh, there, yeah. So you take off the seat, I believe. I'm about to break this thing live. There we go. This is how you put the popcorn in. That's where it becomes a popcorn bucket. I can't help it, guys. Ever since they started coming out with stuff like this, I couldn't help but to buy it. It all started with the dang Batman popcorn bucket. That's what got me interested. I don't usually buy tins, and I'm about to contradict myself. I couldn't help but to buy the TMNT tin. I don't usually like buying tins because I'm like, oh, it's just a piece of metal with some artwork. But this thing, oh, this thing is beautiful. This thing is gorgeous. Look at it. It's got the turtles on it. It's got like a bit of a 3D thing going on. They're all popping out. This thing is so dope. I had to get it. And like I said, I never get the tins because I'm just like, it's whatever. But it's green on the inside. I got slimed. I thought this was cool, so I had to grab it. Anyways, guys, so back to this. This is an exciting popcorn bucket. I'm just telling you, definitely getting it. And then Cinemark, good old Cinemark, who sponsors the channel every now and then. I love them. My preferred theater. They're going to come out with the Ted Kord Blue Beetle ship. So if you remember in the Blue Beetle trailer, we get a hint of Ted Kord's lab and all the gadgets he's made. And one of them is the Beetle ship from the comics. And they're going to turn that into a popcorn bucket. I think that's kind of cool. I'm like, man, I bet low-key the studio or the Cinemark chains, I don't know who makes the decision, whether it's the studio or the cinema or the theater chain that goes, okay, we're going to make this a popcorn bucket. We're not giving them a popcorn bucket, whatever. But now that they're finding out this movie's probably going to flop, they better not cancel these popcorn buckets because I need to buy one. So I think that's funny. I'm curious which one you guys are going to be more interested to buy if you're even caring about it. Like I said, I'm a Cinemark boy through and through. I'm gonna say the truth where the truth is. That's Scarab. Putting it on my back, walking around the house, pretending to be Jaime Reyes. That's gonna be me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting the Scarab for sure. And but I'm also gonna get the Kord theme. But if I could only pick one, I'm probably picking the Scarab, guys. And reminder, I don't actually put popcorn in these things. I get them as collectibles because I think they're a lot of fun. I think this will be the year I start a new annual thing. I'm gonna do a tier list at the end of the year for all the popcorn buckets I bought, which ones are the best and which ones are the worst. I think that'll be a lot of fun to see. But that's something I just thought didn't want to end um the Blue Beetle news on a sad note there. So that's something to look forward to if you guys are interested in that. Getting back to being sad about Hollywood. Guys, I thought this was not going to happen. I didn't think this was a possibility with all the stuff coming, but it looks like we might be getting some movies getting delayed. Okay, so an article came out from Variety saying Dune 2 eyes to push to 2024. Warner Brothers considers new dates for Color Purple and Aquaman 2. If you guys remember on Sideflick, I talked about Blue Beetle was considered to be delayed by Warner Brothers. They thought, oh, maybe because we've been doing such a terrible job marketing this movie, let's just move it to 2024. Hopefully, the strike will be over. We can use our actors like George Lopez, Solo Maridueña, promote the movie, get them on Hot Ones, do something viral, right? And this strike doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. And there's movies coming out this year I thought were going to be safe and fine because they can still release trailers, they can still release TV spots, do little things like that. Maybe even some interviews they filmed before the strike. But looks like some studios know that the star power they have will be really big to help them push the movie. Like Dune 2, they specifically mentioned here in the article. A movie like Dune 2 would benefit greatly from the participants of all the stars cast, which also includes Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. And current union restrictions say those actors cannot promote past or future work made and released by struck companies. So that's the main incentive to delay these movies. It's not because they need to film more stuff. It's not because they're going to do reshoots or anything like that. It's because their stars can't promote the movies. They can't put them on Hot Ones. They can't go on late shows, even though the late shows are happening because of the writer's strike. They can't do any of those viral things because the strike doesn't let them. And so they're like, man, it would be very beneficial if we could. And so they're considering it. So depending how long the strike goes, we could see some of these movies change. And I think the one that would devastate me the most would probably be Dune 2 because I'd be wanting to see that. These other ones, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how much viral buzz the color purple will get from like Halle Bailey promoting the movie. Aquaman 2, I kind of think they would not want the stars to promote it because I always hear controversy with like Amber Heard being involved, but I guess Jason Momoa could be someone that they really want promoting the movie. One movie that's already bitten the bullet and confirmed that they're going to delay their movie because of this is the upcoming Zendaya movie Challengers. Now, Tom Holland, if you're watching my stream, I didn't put this picture up on purpose, man. I love you, buddy. Hey, but you got some good revenge taking back shots in the crowded room, man. I like that scene. I had it looped on for an hour. Anyways, the Challengers here is already going to be delayed to spring 2024 because of the strike. And you know what? This move kind of makes sense to me here because Zendaya is very popular right now. You put her in an interview, you put her in something, it's going to get a buzz. And heck, I think the main reason this movie kind of went viral after its trailer is because of the scene with Zendaya kissing two dudes and everyone knowing the relationship between Tom Holland. And that viral buzz spread it across the internet. And as a movie itself, this looks really good. I'm saying it looks like Zendaya's version of Gone Girl to me. That's what it kind of looks like. And so I think that was actually a smart move for them to move this movie to spring 2024. Hopefully the strike ends by then, and then they can do interviews with the cast, and that could help promote the movie a little more. So this movie has already been the bullet, and it's not going to happen. Holland, you can chill now. Tom is happy now. I'm sure he's supportive either way. These are actors. I don't have the stomach to do it, but I'm sure they were okay with it. Bro, I had it on loop for 10 hours. the Tom Holland scene or Zendaya scene? Because you could do both if you got the double monitor situation going on. Someone just says sup, man. So yeah, and now the other movie, Deadpool 3. So we know Deadpool was in the middle of filming. Be lucky I didn't use the Deadpool set photos in the thumbnail for this live stream. People called me out. They're like, Chris, you're really milking that photo. And I'm like, oh, jeez, okay, I'll stop using it. But it's exciting, man. Deadpool, Wolverine, let me milk them in the thumbnail. It gets clicks. So I didn't do it, but we're still going to talk some Deadpool 3. They're saying here, with the writer's strike, they have it set in their scheduling that if the strike only lasted less than a month, the movie can still make its March release date, I believe is what it has. Oh, it's May 3rd, 2024 release date, right? If the strike lasts less than a month and they can go back to film, the movie can still make its release date. If the strike goes over a month, which I think it will in like 2 weeks, then yeah, Deadpool 3 is getting delayed. They're not going to be able to finish things on time and get things going. And I think that was pretty much expected here. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Deadpool 3 end up getting delayed because there's just really no end in sight right now for the strike. I would like to have it end by next week or something, but I'm not the one making those decisions. That's the studios holding up because they don't want to give some fair pay. Um, and that really sucks, you know. I can't imagine. I thinking just because we don't know when the strike is going to end, I'm thinking it'll end sometime in December, unfortunately, just because of the way things are going. But hopefully not, man. I saw reports of how much Hollywood is losing out on money per day. I think it was like 600,000 a week or something per movie. So it's probably millions a week that they're losing out on. But I'm pretty much betting we can see Deadpool 3 getting delayed, and it's all for a good cause. You know, these people need to get fairly paid. So that's something happening in the works. Let me get some of your guys' opinions on here. Who the heck is Henry? Henry, whoever you are, stop spamming, boy. Don't make me block you. I don't appreciate no spammers here. Hey, Chris, can I get a shout out? Oh, dang it. Henry, I just gave you your shout out. All right. I just watched the whole X-Men franchise, and now I just want Deadpool 3. I don't blame you, buddy. I don't blame you here. So yeah, that's some things going on. Getting to our final topic here. So you guys know I went and saw Oppenheimer yesterday, and there was rumors that if you go to watch Oppenheimer, there's a good chance they'll play the new Exorcist movie by Blumhouse, Exorcist Believer, in front of it. And lucky enough, they played the movie right in front. And so I won't be able to give you guys an honest reaction when the actual trailer hits online. I'm not going to pretend to make that video and go, oh my God. Oh, jeez. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be honest and tell you I saw it, okay? And I wasn't gonna be an a-hole and pull out my phone during the screening of Oppenheimer and go, all right, let's record my reaction real quick, guys. So I saw it here, and I knew it was immediately the Exorcist Believer trailer because I remember the description of the footage that came out from CinemaCon. Because if you remember, during CinemaCon, they revealed the trailer to the people there, and I read the description of the trailer. So as it was playing, I was like, oh, this is the Exorcist Believer trailer. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. That's not what I do here. I always tell you the truth about how I feel. You guys know, if you've been watching me, not the biggest fan of Exorcist type movies. I like the original movies, but just every other Exorcist film from there, not that hype. Doesn't really excite me all that much. So with this one, I'm curious if David Gordon Green can do something different enough with The Exorcist to get me invested to where I think all Exorcist films kind of feel the same. And already having two girls possessed and connecting it to the original film, I'm like, okay, that's interesting enough. So having seen the trailer, it looks like a standard generic Exorcist movie. Okay, I've already seen some people mention that they saw it and they thought it looked interesting, awesome. If I didn't know it was an Exorcist Believer, like the movie with Blumhouse, it felt again like a stereotypical Exorcist movie that has been done a million times. I am hoping I'm wrong and the trailer is just doing the movie dirty, but nothing really excited me other than the fact that there's two little girls being possessed this time around. That's like the only big difference. Everything else kind of felt standard, kind of felt like a studio made horror movie. And that kind of sucks to say. I do think the makeup still looked good. They tried to hit your nostalgia bones if you're someone who loves the original Exorcist, because they played the little chimes of the original score in there, and that was nice. But as far as like the footage and what I was seeing, nothing really like made me go, oh, they did it. They're bringing it back. It doesn't really feel anything like the original Exorcist. It, like I said, it just felt kind of generic for me. And you know, guys, you know my scale, trash or treasure, because you know one man's trash, another man's treasure. I would have to give it a trash because I was like, didn't really excite me all that much. These posters excited me more than the footage there. But again, that's just my opinion. When you guys go and watch Oppenheimer this weekend, if you watch the trailer, heck, I think the trailer's already leaked online. Some people posted it on Twitter. I wouldn't bring it up here because I don't want my stream taken down or get copy strike later on. So yeah, I saw someone say, Chris, are you going to do a review? Yes, I'm going to do that this weekend. I saw it. I got a lot of nice things I want to say about that movie. But that was just my thoughts on Exorcist Believer. I'm sure I'll talk more in detail about it when the official trailer hits online, which I believe is Tuesday. So I'll be able to point out specific things about the trailer where I was like, why it wasn't appealing to me as much. But that's kind of my thoughts on it there. I still thought, I'm excited to see if it proves me wrong. Maybe the trailer did them dirty, but it didn't excite me, unfortunately. So that was that going on with The Exorcist here. Now, you guys are in control. You guys determine what we talk about here. I'm going to start choosing some random people before I go into the super chats here, just so I can respect some of you lovely people. Your opinion on Gravik and Barbie? He was great. Like there are three main Barbies, I would say. I mean, three main Kens in the Barbie movie: Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, Shang-Chi, and Gravik. He plays like the third most important Ken in that movie. He did good. I liked him. Wish he got more lines, but he did good. He did good. Please shout me out, Master 3C. Lord Peels, you have been peeled and shouted out. I'm just gonna choose someone at random. Let's see what you guys say. Simului. I can't say. I'm terrible with names. You guys should know this by now. I'm sorry. Secret Invasion review. See, this is the thing with Secret Invasion. So I'm enjoying the show, but I'm not excited to make a video and talk about it because it's just kind of like I'm waiting for that finale because I'm on the edge right now of its show that I'm really enjoying and liking, or I could be severely disappointed by the end. There were some great things in that last episode that had me excited, like the action scenes with Gravik going against his people, stabbing and whatnot, and Nick Fury finally coming into his own. But it felt very much like a setup episode again, and that's what they're doing for this finale, and that has always been the formula with these Marvel shows. So I'm kind of waiting for the finale. I'm definitely going to do a review on the finale there, but that is just my thought. Cook, Chris. Thank you, Chef. Thank you. Hey, Chris, I have a question. Will you be playing Spider-Man PS5 on YouTube? It all depends on how much copyrighted music is in the game, because last time I played Miles Morales on YouTube, and there was copyrighted music at the very beginning, and my video was then not playable. So I might have to do it on Twitch and then cut up the best highlighted parts on YouTube. I could do that there. All right, so let me go in some of these super chats here. All right. Hey, Chris, I'm a big fan from India, and as an Indian man, I want to ask that have you seen any movies from Pirakya Chopra Jonas? And also, have you watched RR? Now, I think the only movie I've watched of hers is Baywatch. She played the villain, right, in the Baywatch movie with The Rock. I think that is the only thing I've actually seen her in. Other than that, no. I hear her Amazon show is pretty good. I forget what the name of Citadel. I hear some decent things. It was one of the most expensive Amazon shows they ever made, and I don't know if a lot of people ended up watching it, but that's awesome, man. I think the only real movie I've seen her in though is the villain in Baywatch, and she did great there. She did great. Gag Gaming there says, "Hey Chris, I've been watching your channel for a long time. I freaking love movies, and one day I hope to have you in one of my own. Dreaming to be a filmmaker. Hey man, I hope you become one. It's a tough world out there. We all got dreams of that, man, and I hope you do it. I hope you do it." Someone said, "Do the floss." If it wasn't a super chat, I wouldn't do it, but I can't floss. I don't know how to do it. I can never get the rhythm down. I really can't. I look like Michael Cera from Barbie. I can't floss, man. I've tried. I got little cousins who play Fortnite, and they've asked me to do that before. I couldn't do it. I will refund your $1.99, man, if that wasn't satisfactory enough. Congratulations, Mr. Rotten Tomatoes. Do you think the FNAF movie will be rated R or PG? Whoa, that's a big gap right there. And thank you, man. Yeah, got accepted into Rotten Tomatoes. Unbelievable. Funny story. They rejected me the first time. I applied for Rotten Tomatoes like 2-3 years ago, and they sent me one of the most heartbreaking rejection letters. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes, man, whoever is running that site, they don't have I'm not going to say that now that I'm accepted. They're lovely people, I bet. But whoever was running it 3 years ago was trying to make me cry because I applied for it. I had a decent following at the time, maybe like 300,000 subscribers. My reviews were getting good views, and I was like, okay, maybe they'll accept me. I sent in my application because they open it up once every 2 years. Woo, man, they hit me back with like, "Thank you for applying to Rotten Tomatoes, but unfortunately, your reviews are not what we look for. We look for a more deeper analysis, and yours are more of a suggest." Basically, they were being very nice and insane. "You're not smart enough for Rotten Tomatoes, Mr. Parker. We're gonna have to reject you." And I was like, "Oh." but now everybody hates them. They have to accept me. So yeah, that's what happened there. As far as your FNAF question, I still think it's going to be PG-13. I think they're going to make a PG-13. I'm waiting for when they make the announcement or when we find out the official reveal. I know people hope they're going to do like a rated R version on Peacock and the PG-13 version in theaters. That is some wishful thinking. I know Megan did that, but that's because Megan was originally going to be rated R until they saw it go viral on TikTok and 9-year-olds wanted to watch this movie. So they were like, make a PG-13, make a PG-13. And so that's why they had rated R footage of the movie they could censor. With Five Nights, I think they went in knowing they wanted to make a PG-13 movie, so they might not have a lot of rated R scenes to show. But I'm happy to be proven wrong if they reveal it's rated R. Let's see here. Benji says, do I have to watch Barbie 2 to understand Oppenheimer? You do not, my friend. In fact, it's so funny how this Barbenheimer thing has happened because the movies are so wildly different. Even though they take like a real philosophical approach into their main characters, it's so different. If you're someone who's literally watching Oppenheimer and Barbie on the same day, you got to tell me what that was like. You got to tell me if that experience was worth it and if you had fun, because I loved Oppenheimer. If you've seen my review, it's up on the channel. Gave it a 3C guarantee. But I was exhausted after that movie. It is like you are keeping up with every word of dialogue, everything going on. And then the gut punch at the end of the movie, you're just kind of like, I need to take a depressive nap right now. Like I can't imagine going from Oppenheimer to go watch Barbie. So if you are doing it, I would hope you're watching Barbie first and then jump into Oppenheimer. But yeah, I can't imagine the people who did that. Chris, your channel has always been the best movie. Has always been the best movie informational for me, and I appreciate it and continue to do what you do for real. Please, my name is Chris too. Oh, fellow Chris, thank you for joining into the fight. I love you, and you're awesome. Hi, 3C Films. How are you? Do you like Star Wars films or the TV show? So I'm a casual viewer of Star Wars. I know this is always like a controversial thing when I say, but since I didn't watch Star Wars as a kid, I don't have that nostalgic attachment. I missed out on so many things. Like I never watched the Clone Wars, I never got into any of the video games and stuff. The first time I watched Star Wars is because The Force Awakens was about to come out. I saw all the huge buzz and people excited for it. So I was like, finally, timely watch I couldn't speak. Finally, time to watch Finally, time to watch Star Wars, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I didn't have the love for it like a lot of people, so I'm a casual viewer, and I'll watch the movies. The only Star Wars shows I have seen are Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I didn't get to season 3 because I was hearing some mess stuff about it. Didn't watch Boba Fett. I did watch Obi-Wan Kenobi because I did watch the prequels, and I do enjoy the prequels as much as some people hate them. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'm just a casual fan. I don't have an opinion either one way. In fact, I'll just say it right now, which is going to give me some hate. My favorite Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi. I thought what they did in Last Jedi really was some interesting stuff. It's probably the most beautiful looking Star Wars movie made. The only like big negative thing I have with The Last Jedi is what they did with Finn and that whole subplot with him going to that casino. Terrible stuff, but like the things they did with Rey and Ben Solo in there, I kind of wish the movie ended with Rey taking Ben's hand and them doing something new with it. And then Rise of Skywalker just basically wanted to retcon all that, just making that messy. So I don't know. I don't get into all that, but I'm curious. Next Star Wars movie that comes to theaters, I'm going to watch it with an open mind and see it. Next Star Wars show, it has to be something very mainstream for me to get into it. Because I'm not even going to watch Ahsoka because I know nothing about her. I haven't seen none of the Clone Wars stuff. I don't know too much about her character. It's just not for me. But I'm happy for the people who love it, man. We all have our different things. 3C, been a giant fan since the Willy Wonderland video. Keep up the good work. Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate you and you enjoying my Willy videos. Let's see here. Oh, just supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Walking Dead. Okay, is that an insult or something? No, just talking about the Walking Dead stuff at San Diego Comic-Con. That's another show. I used to be a big fan of The Walking Dead. I enjoyed The Walking Dead a lot, and most of you can probably know where I gave up on this show. When a certain character got hit on the head by Negan, that's when I was like, you can have it and you can keep it. And I never went back since then. Whenever that scene happened, that's kind of where I lost interest in it. I hear it's still good and enjoyable, but now they got like 5 other spin-off shows and different things going on. It looks exhausting for me to catch up, but I'm glad for the people that are still on the Walking Dead train. But that's when I jumped off the train. That's when I did. Hi, Chris. I need to sleep, so I'll catch the live tomorrow. I do have a question. Will you be open to doing a tier list? Because I think it'll be fun. Yeah, you guys have been asking me to do tier lists, so I think I'll start doing that. Like I said, I'm planning a tier list video for the popcorn buckets I own because I think that'll just be fun. But other than that, there are other things I could do tier lists for that I think would be good. So yeah, I'm considering it definitely. Let's see here. Hey, Chris, I love your videos. It might be older news, but did you see the Tron 3 casting? Yeah, we could pull that up, my friend. So yeah, I did see some of the Tron 3 cast. I know we got Evan Peters coming, or is it let's see. We got Evan Peters going in there. Jared Leto is the main character. There was like some other people thrown in there that I thought were kind of interesting. Let me see if they got everybody in here. I really enjoyed that Tron movie they came out with. I think it's so beautiful. The soundtrack is great. It sucks that it didn't perform well for people to get into it. I'm really curious what there we go. Tron Ares is the name of this one. I kept forgetting. Tron Ares. I'm not super high on Jared Leto. I really respect him as an actor when he does like serious stuff, but when he gets into these mainstream movies like Morbius or Joker Suicide Squad, it's hit and miss for me. But I'll watch it for Evan Peters. I really like Evan Peters. So yeah, man, I did see that. Looks interesting. Curious to see if they'll keep the same style and tone of that one they came out with, and they don't change it too much because I thought that movie looked beautiful. Let's see here. Make another podcast with Greg. Talk about the strike. Oh, that Greg made a podcast with heavy spoilers. He's my enemy now. You watching this, Greg? And heavy spoilers, Paul? Don't even invite me to your podcast because I won't show up. Just kidding. Please invite me to your podcast. That'd be really nice. No, I love Greg from Real Rejects and Heavy Spoilers, Paul, but they got their own podcast, man. I don't want to swoop in as awesome as I would be, as all the views I would get them, but you just let them do their own thing. Let's see here. Hey, Chris, are you going to review Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales before Spider-Man 2? Yeah, I joked on Twitch because I also do live streams throughout the week there every Friday here on YouTube, though, that I would try and go through, play bits and pieces of every Spider-Man game ever made from like the PlayStation 1 era, from the Game Boy era, DS, Wii, all that kind of stuff just to have fun. And then upload bits and pieces of that to YouTube. Yeah, I actually need to replay those two games because I play them when they come out. I kind of speed run through them because I don't want to get spoiled online since I'm someone that's always chronically online because of movie news. So whenever those games come out, I'm like rushing to play them. And because I rush through them and don't enjoy them as much, so many story elements I forget about. So I need to play those again as a refresher. And if I do that, I can film it and put up a highlight video of me playing that on the channel for you guys. Have you ever seen The Blue Demon or El Santo horror film from Mexico? I've never seen those, man. Now let me Google them just in case you're giving me the names of a dirty movie and something bad pops up. The Blue Demon. Let me see here. The Blue Demon. I've never heard of this movie. Oh, this is that the shark movie or is that the wrestler? Because I'm getting two different things, my friend, right here. I'm either getting this Mexican film actor named the Blue Demon, uh, or if it's this shark movie there that let me look up El Santo. I know El Santo. I do know El Santo. That's the other luchador, isn't it? El Santo. Yeah, I know him. He's definitely a famous one. I know my dad would watch movies of him and I'd catch little bits and pieces of it. These are some of the people that were famous growing up. No, I never got into or watched them. My dad never showed them, but I would see bits and pieces because I think my dad would. And, he grew up his whole life in Mexico and stuff like that. But I'll look into those. I'll ask my dad about it next time he calls me. You should do gaming streams. Arkham, Deadpool. Oh yeah, we got some movie related video games coming up this year. We got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. We got the Killer Clowns game. Just the other day, I saw a trailer for a King Kong game. Looks kind of mad, but those could be fun as one-off things to play on here for fun. And just just some of you guys like me talking movies. I tried doing gaming on the channel once and it failed horribly. Maybe I need to bring it back. So that's my only hesitation with doing that. I hear. What other Latino heroes do you think could get a solo movie if they end up doing Blue Beetle dirty? There's only one. Okay. I mean, a lot of people not gonna know who he is, but I have to educate the people. Let me all right here. If Blue Beetle fails, there's only one man I want getting a movie next. Okay? It's kind of a blurry image, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Right there. El Chapulín Colorado. That's who we needed, okay? He even got a Fortnite skin. That's how much this man has impacted pop culture right there. If you know who he is, W, man, I love you. I honestly don't know who else should be given one, but it'd be really funny if they can make him work. I hope Blue Beetle does some success, man. I think that's going to end up becoming a cult classic that we talk about. I know because like I'm on TikTok and I speak Spanish, I sometimes get TikToks from Mexico, and there's a whole meme going on about like watch this August 18th, which is when the Blue Beetle movie comes out, and it's so funny that Mexico is trying to meme up going to see Blue Beetle, but that's how fun it gets, man. Um my name is Gage, not Gag, and never got a refund. L's. Yeah, sorry, Gage. I think it takes a while to process, my friend, but I'll do that for you. What happened to the Last of Us reviews? Yeah, that's something I talked about here on the channel. It's the thing like with YouTube and their system. If you're posting videos that just aren't getting views, it punishes your other videos that you post. And so my Last of Us reviews were just doing terribly on there, that it was starting to hurt my other videos. And I just ended up giving up on that for the greater good of the channel. But that's what sometimes ends up happening. I can't imagine what's going to happen when I have to review Agatha, Coven of Chaos, or Ironheart, those shows that I just know general audiences aren't that interested or clicking on. If people didn't want to see Secret Invasion with Nick Fury and Skrulls, it's like, man, how are those shows going to do? But maybe the WandaVision connection will bring that stuff up. So we'll see. I might have to go from weekly breakdowns to just waiting till the season ends and do reviews there. How do you feel about Peacemaker in the MK1 trailer? I think it's awesome that they have Peacemaker in there. I think that's so cool that they added in. I hope they still add on horror characters. I know in other Mortal Kombat games they've added like Jason or Freddy Krueger. I can't remember if they ever added Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger. I know they added in Jackie Earl Haley's Freddy Krueger. Don't know if there's a licensing reasoning for that, but other horror characters thrown in there would be fun. I keep saying Mortal Kombat, those makers, they need to make a horror version of their game where it's all horror people. It's just Jason, Pinhead, Leatherhead, Megan thrown in there. Heck, that would be so awesome. That'd be my thing there. I'm gonna be sad if Wonka gets delayed. That'd be another movie that they probably could. Wait, well, when does Wonka get released? Let me look up the Wonka release date. Here, December. See, I'm thinking the strike's still gonna go on till December, but I don't know if like it's December 15th, maybe at the beginning of December they could end it here. Timothy Chalamet would be a good name to get in front of interviews, to do all these viral stuff on online. If the strike is still going on, I could see them delaying Wonka because they would want Timothy Chalamet to be doing interviews and promotions for the movie, because I think a big reason people are talking about it is because he is playing Wonka in this movie. Have you watched Drive starring Ryan Gosling? Have I watched it? I am Drive. I love Drive. Yeah, I think that's a great movie. I think Ryan Gosling is great in that. Finally made a live stream. Love your videos. Take care. Hey, man, happy you made it on here. Good to have you. Appreciate your support. It's always welcome. I know you're going to get mad, but Funko Pop video update. Last we heard, you was waiting for the No Way Home Pops. How dare you? How dare you bring up a Funko Pop collection video? It's not like I promised it a year ago and never did it. I just want it to be perfect every time. I'm like, it's time to film it, time to make it. I'm like, oh, I really want that pop. I really want that pop in the collection. If it's not in the video, it's not going to be great. I'm going to make it for the end of this year. And if I don't, I don't know. I'm not even going to promise anymore. I'm going to do it. I promise. Okay. Hey Chris, would you want to be interviewed for a news story on you or YouTube videos? I want to highlight some up and coming YouTubers. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, man. Just hit me up on the interwebs and we can try setting something up. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be fun. Did you spend this $199 all in one place? Not yet, my friend, but I plan to. It's going towards Funko Pops. Funko Pops you'll never see because I'll never make that collection video. That's it. I'm going the other way around. I'm just going to say I'm never making the video until it pops up one day. Guy Gardner here says, what other Latino heroes do you think could get a solo movie if they... Oh, what the heck? Did I already answer that? Chapulín Colorado, man. That's who I think. MK1 pack just dropped. Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the video. I think it looks fantastic. I can bring it up just one more time here since you brought a super chat on it. But Yeah, that roster pack looks awesome there. I'm still waiting to see who else they end up bringing in there, but I think Omni Man just looks so cool. I wish we could get a full game like that. It's amazing how the graphics can look this way, and then there's only a limited move set. But games with these kind of graphics always get me so excited, and I can't imagine how bloody those scenes are going to get here. If anyone can tell me who these other two guys are, Green Eyes and freaking Yellow Mask over there are, I'd love to know. But yeah, this was awesome, Pack. I hope they add on more awesome people to it. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Uh, my son says when I'm older, I'll make a 3C biopic. You better make it Oppenheimer style, okay? I would love to see an Oppenheimer style 3C movie. That would be so funny. I don't know if my life is as glamorous for a biopic. Maybe if I get canceled someday and then I have a redemption arc. That would be fun, right? No, it would not be fun to get canceled. Do not cancel me, guys. Okay. I know you're excited for Venom 3, but what would you like to see in Venom 3 to get you excited? So you guys know, not the biggest lover of these Venom movies. I'm glad you guys enjoy them and think they're great. I got enjoyment out of Let There Be Carnage because I finally got to see Carnage. And oh, there was some Carnage in there. There was some fun Carnage in there. I don't know why they killed him in that movie. They should have kept him alive. Honestly, the only thing now is him fighting Spider-Man, but they had the whole chance to set up something where he can fight Spider-Man, and all we probably are gonna get is him mentoring a 10-year-old Peter Parker, which I don't know. I kind of like the rumored werewolf plot that maybe he's fighting a werewolf in Mexico because that's what we've been seeing in some set photos. But even then, I'm just gonna it's just kind of different. I would hate it to be another symbiote like villain because that would be the third symbiote villain we get. That's really the only thing that can get me excited, man. I thought the coolest thing they could have done to build up in the universe is just treat Venom like the Spider-Man of the Sony universe. Have Kraven the Hunter come out earlier and then have Venom 3 about Kraven hunting Venom. That would be such a cool movie, I think, and it would work within the Sony universe. But right now, the number one thing was some sort of Spider-Man involvement, but I don't want it to be MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man getting shot to the Sony universe. I think they should just make a variant Tom Holland that exists in the Sony universe that is separate from the MCU Spider-Man, and then just have him fight him there. But we'll see, man. Sony is really dragging their feet with their universe. Would you be down to see a Lego Insidious stop motion scene by Ethan Films? Would just like your opinion, since I would like your opinion with filmmaking. I mean, yeah, I love those little Lego videos where people recreate stuff in Insidious one. That could be fun to watch. Yeah, man. If they're up for the task, do it. That's always so awesome. Let's see here. I tried saying last time and ran out of money, but thanks. No worries, man. Thank you, Gage. I appreciate you. Most anticipated movie for the rest of 2023. Oh, we could bring up a list of the rest of the 2023 movies. Yeah, hopefully they don't get delayed. Let's see here. Movie release calendar. If they get delayed, man, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be very, very sad. Let's see what we got here. So we are currently in July, going into August. Blue Beetle, definitely one of the top ones, whether you like it or not. Oh, TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I am watching that movie come Wednesday, the 26th. I'm gonna freaking jump on my my turtle reviews here. I just got the costume for the TMNT in the mail, so that's gonna be happening. But Mutant Mayhem, I think, would be at the top right now. Then Blue Beetle. From there, let's see what other things are popping up. I don't see any like. Well, let's see. Equalizer 3, not really. And The Nun 2, heck no. I did not enjoy the first Nun movie. I'm gonna watch The Nun 2, but not gonna say super excited. Challengers, I do want to see. Saw X, after reading the plot for Saw X, definitely excited to see that movie. I think that's an interesting plot that Jigsaw goes down to Mexico to get a BBL, and then when he gets there, they're like, "Oh, it's a scam. We scammed you, old man." And he goes, "You don't scam Jigsaw. He's getting this BBL." And he gonna go ahead and give them a bunch of traps. So you know what? Saw X won me over with that plot synopsis. Kraven the Hunter, just not a big lover of the Sony universe, even if it's rated R. So not really. Exorcist Believer, maybe if I didn't see that trailer in front of Oppenheimer, I would have been excited for it, but not so much. Killers of the Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I want to see that. Five Nights at Freddy's up there, baby. For sure want to see that. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Dang, it's in the dang thumbnail. I knew I was forgetting something. The Marvels, baby. I got to talk about the Marvels trailer. I forgot to add it on in here. My bad, guys. So, yeah, let's talk about this Marvels trailer. So, This was released at midnight, which I don't like that Marvel did that, because to me that does not seem like a good sign. So I'm just gonna have this playing here in the background while we talk about this. So the new Marvels trailer came out, and look, I was seeing a lot of hate online for this. I saw people go, "This trailer did nothing for me. This trailer kind of meh. Like, people are excited for this. I don't know." And I saw one person point out, you need to have watched 3 different Disney Plus series to understand the Marvels, because they already came out and said in an article, this is a sequel to the Secret Invasion. So you need to see WandaVision from Monica Rambeau and to understand how she got her powers. Then you need to see Miss Marvel to understand Kamala Khan, how she got her powers. And then you need to see Secret Invasion, because the events of that lead into this movie. And I'm like, whoa. I really hope what James Gunn is saying about the DCU is true, where you don't need to watch a whole bunch of stuff for every project and movie, because it's getting kind of convoluted out there. All that stuff aside, this movie looks fun to me. It looks good. Like, I like Captain Marvel. I understand it's not one of the best Marvel movies out there, but I think it is one of the most overhated Marvel movies out there, just because some people have big problems with Brie Larson for whatever reason. This looks like a major improvement from the Captain Marvel movie, okay? Although I liked it, I didn't love it. I feel like I could have a really good time in here. I like the usage of their powers. Kamala Khan seems like so much fun. She's like honestly my main draw to this, because I loved her in her Marvel Disney Plus series, and she seems like she's going to be a lot of the comedic relief. There's rumors that we're going to see the first incursion in this movie. Brie Larson looks like she's having some fun, because she gets a dynamic and gets to interact with other superheroes. So honestly, I'm excited for this. I don't think it's going to be the best Marvel movie out there, or that it's going to be top tier, but I don't think I'm going to be bored watching this. I think I'm genuinely going to have a couple of laughs. I'm going to enjoy the action. It's going to be a fun blockbuster. Just that moment right there, all 3 of them using their powers, coming together. That looks fun. So honestly, I liked this trailer. I thought it was good. I just think it was kind of weird for Marvel to drop it at midnight. That doesn't scream confidence for me. And with the way things are going right now in comic book movies, people are fatigued. If it's not the next Dark Knight, people don't want to see it. So this movie that probably will just end up being a little bit of fun, a little bit of an enjoyable time in the Marvel world, people are going to trash on it so hard, because we just can't have simple fun anymore. But I don't know. I thought this looked fine. I want to see some of the live reactions here. See, people saying it looks meh. That's fine. Marvel knows this will flop. Maybe that's why they dropped it at midnight. I do think that was so odd that they did that here. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I'm pulling up. Imani Vellani is going to steal the show. I agree. She's honestly having me the most excited in here above everybody. I think she's such a fun character. So yeah, so really charming. Yeah, some people saying it looks really charming. Okay, good. I like the new suit. I just wish it was a little bit more colorful, the Captain Marvel suit in here. I feel like they washed it down. I like how they gave with a simple design, because a lot of Marvel suits are just like over designed as heck with so many lines. But Brie Larson's suit looks great. I just wish they made it as colorful as Miss Marvel's suit. I don't like how desaturated it is. But other than that, out of them 3, Monica Rambeau's suit looks good, even though I was just talking about over design and lines. Her suit looks great. But yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a 10 out of 10, but like I said, I think I'm going to have fun watching this. I think I'm not going to be dreading going to see this movie. Someone said, "Give me more Goose." So yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. I can't believe I completely forgot to talk about the Marvels trailer, but yes, I saw people hating on it, and I just think it'll be fun. Oh, that's a bad shot of Imani. I'm sorry, girl. All right, let's see here. See what else you guys have been saying. Hey, Chris, I'm a filmmaker currently making a horror movie. Would you have any interest in having a small speaking role on it? Let me know. Yeah, I'd be down as long as it doesn't take up too much time. I'm a busy boy. I got to be collecting all them Funker Pops. Yeah, just email me, man, and we could try working something out. What's the plot of Final Destination 6? What deaths do you want to see? Now, the last we had heard about Final Destination 6 is one, the creator did confirm it's not going to be a cruise ship. That's been one of the things that people have been wanting from the movie, is for it to be a cruise ship. It's not going to be that. We heard that the plot was going to end up being almost like a generational thing, which sounds really interesting, where your great great grandmother was supposed to die in a fire a long time ago. She cheated death, escaped, and then had a whole family. and now death is coming for the entire lineage. So she's going to start from, I don't know, the newborn baby and work her way back, or she's going to start from great old grandma and work her way to the new baby, because it's a generation of people that are not supposed to be alive because they cheated death a long time ago. I think that sounds like a cool plot if that ends up being the case. Hopefully it happens, but we'll have to wait and see. But I like the sound of that. I think it sounds cool. Hey, Chris, anything you can share about Talk to Me? Super excited for Rock Rock. Yeah, I'm planning. It's just with Barbie and Oppenheimer and all these other news videos. I didn't get a chance to film it yet, but I do plan to make that review tomorrow. All I can say is, ooh, there was some horror movies are sometimes hard to review because the number one thing I'll always get asked, whether I'm talking to a friend, talking to anybody online, is, was it scary? Did you get scared? But was it actually scary? And I'm like, we're grown people. We know movies are fake. These situations are made up. It takes a lot for a horror movie to truly scare you, in my opinion. This movie was pretty scary, in my opinion. It had some haunting imagery, had some crazy stuff in it, and it doesn't have a high body count, surprisingly. I thought there was going to be a lot more deaths in this movie. There's barely any deaths, but it's the story that was like really gripping. So I'll talk about it more in a review there, but there's a little taste for you. Man, those YouTubers are making good movies now, man. I'm so jealous. 3C Films, oh, do you want Amazing Spider-Man 3 to happen? Of course. I love Andrew Garfield. I met him. I touched him. He put his hand in my foam finger. We're basically brothers now. I want Amazing Spider-Man 3 to happen. It's not going to. Sony right now is so focused on Tom Holland being their Spider-Man. They don't care to make another live action Spider-Man movie if it's not Tom Holland attached to it. Which is a shame because they're missing out on money. It would make so much money a Toby or an Andrew Garfield a new solo movie, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I wish though. I hope we haven't seen the last of Andrew or Toby in the suit, whether it's in Secret Wars or another Spider-Man project down the line. But as far as solo movies go, it's not going to happen, my friends. Unfortunately. It's out already. Was wanting you to watch it on my beat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could definitely check that out after the stream, my friend. I could definitely do that. Chris, thoughts on my adventure with Superman in the DCU? What would your ideal Superman movie trilogy look like? I have watched the first two episodes. I think there's been two more since then. I haven't checked those out yet, but from what I saw from those first two episodes, I liked it. I think it's enjoyable, could be fun. Curious why they put it on Adult Swim, because I think it is very family friendly. I would say there's nothing really adultish about it, but I like the animation style. I like the characterization of Clark Kent in that show. Superman seems like a lot of fun. Looks like he's going to be learning his powers. As far as my ideal Superman trilogy could go, I don't know. Superman was never a character I fantasized about what their movies could look like or what could happen. I fantasized about like my own Batman trilogy or a Spider-Man trilogy and stuff like that. But Superman was never one. I just want to be interested in the character. I want to see what James Gunn is going to do that's going to make me go, Superman is badass. Superman is great, because I love Henry Cavill and he has done that. And while I love Man of Steel, currently my favorite version of the Superman movie, I just wonder what they can do in there. To me, it would be a lead up, to the Superman death story. All those Zack Snyder already did that, but a trilogy leading to that, I thought could have been nice instead of it happening the next movie and Superman only being on the job for like 6 months and then dying. I don't want to get into that right now. As a Snyder fan forever, right? I hope the Marvels doesn't flop because of the hate. Nah. As loud as those people are who hate and yell woke and all that kind of nonsense, they don't make a difference to the box office as much as you would like to think, or as much as those people like to hate watch that stuff. If it's gonna flop, it's just because people don't care right now. Like, look at Barbie and Oppenheimer making bucks at the box office. And that might just be because finally we are getting something different than the constant superhero movies. And people are curious about that. People want to see a crazy, silly, pinked out Barbie movie or a biopic focusing on Oppenheimer made by one of the best directors working in Hollywood right now. They're kind of tired of the recycled, reformulaic superhero movies that we get like 10 a year. I think it just goes to show you Hollywood needs to pivot a little bit and make more experimental movies. Trust the audience to let them do something a little different. If the Marvels flops, it's just because it's another generic superhero movie, and we have had so many of those that audiences are tired. And I think that's why Blue Beetle is unfortunately gonna flop too, because from the trailers, it just looks like a simple origin story, and that's just not gonna be enough for some people. Okay. What do you want to see in another Hellraiser movie? For I would love them to bring back what they did with the Cenobites in making them ridiculous fun characters. Now, the new Hellraiser did do fun stuff with the Cenobites. I did like that. But I just have a soft spot for Hellraiser 3, where Hell on Earth, where they make the Cenobites like crazy connected to their personality. So I believe like one of the cameraman turned into a Cenobite with a camera and then he would kill you with it. Or there was a DJ who turned into a CD Cenobite and he was throwing out CDs. I don't know why. I find that so fun and pretty cool. I would love to them to do more of that and have the Cenobites be a big thing. To me, the big problem with the Hellraiser movies is just someone always wants the cube because they think it's going to give them ultimate power, and they end up being extremely wrong about it. How about give me a Hellraiser movie where they're right, where they solve it in a way where they get what they want, they become some big ruler or powerful person without getting tortured to heck? But I feel then that defeats the purpose in there. I would just like somebody who gets the cube and doesn't end up becoming tortured forever. Any Chucky news lately? I saw that they were at San Diego Comic-Con, so let me bring that up. That'll be just fun to. Oh, look, I tweeted about this. Good timing. So they're making NECA figures for the season 1 Chucky, and I'm like, oh, these are so cool because I have in my the figures for the other Chucky movies, and I think it's cool. We're gonna have melted face Chucky over there, all the nasty. I don't like the hair, but then again, that is what the Chucky looks like in the TV show. They just have not made it look as good since Child's Play 2. The doll has just never looked as good, but it's still kind of cool that they have this. Other than that, don't know too much. I think they're supposed to have a panel. Chucky SDCC. They're supposed to have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con that's currently going on this weekend. And if some news comes out, I'll definitely be talking about it. See, they have like a little section where you can walk by this hallway of dolls. That's really cool. So whatever they reveal there, I could definitely talk about it on the channel if it's worth talking about. But the stars aren't going to be there. I don't even know if Don Mancini is going to be there because he probably wants to support the writer's strike going on since he is one of the writers on the show. But yeah, unfortunately, been a lot of silent buzz on this, mainly because of the strike. But they're still maybe planning to release the show this Halloween. But I saw one of the crew members mention they only got to episode 4. So they only got halfway into the show. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But yeah, man, that's that's the Chucky news we got for you right now. All right, let's see here. Are you hype about Invincible coming out this year? I need season 2 and Gen V to show. You know what? Yeah, let's bring up those. So Invincible, we did get like a poster. I can't wait for that show to come back. Invincible, there we go. They put out a nice poster the other day. I thought it was cool. All the characters inside a bus. It's about time, and I feel like they even went far enough. They said we're not going to have to wait that long for like a season 3, season 4. So it looks like they stocked up and did as much work as they can so we can consistently get new episodes. They're going to do their own version of the multiverse. And I know people are tired of the multiverse because of all the comic book movies, but the way Invincible handles it, you can't really do nostalgia bait with the multiverse in here. The way the multiverse has been used in DC and Marvel, it's so that they have an excuse to bring in old actors into the universe and hopefully cash in on that nostalgia. Invincible isn't that kind of property. You can't have nostalgia and bring in a multiverse version of some other character. Maybe you could do, I know there was an Invincible comic with Spider-Man. That's the most you could maybe do with the multiverse story. But aside from that, their multiverse stuff is going to be awesome. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. You also said Gen V. I am excited for that. That's going to be the Boys spin-off show. Look at, oh, I don't even know if I'm allowed to post that on YouTube, but essentially this is going to be My Hero Academia rated R. It's about college students with superpowers in the Boys universe that are gearing up to become heroes in the real world. And just that trailer alone got me so excited. It looks bloody. It looks epic. I'm wondering what her power is here, whether she can control liquid, mud, is that coffee? I have to look into her because I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, things look epic. I mean, just look at that's like every season of The Boys is going to have a scene like that where a character is covered in blood, eyes wide, and they're going. That's just happens every season. Yeah, this is gonna be it for Gen V. It just happens. Usually, it's Jack Quaid's character that ends up doing that every season, but that's what happens there. So that's fun. Look at that. They have a character with a pup. They're gonna make fun of Sesame Street on there. Yeah, very excited for that. First 3 episodes land September 29th. That'll be fun. And with streaming and with me doing streams on Twitch and stuff, I'll be able to give my updates without having to go so hard in the editing, and then not a lot of views come in because sometimes that happens, man. So yeah, that's cool to talk about. Have you seen the Sonic show on Netflix review? No, I haven't checked it out yet. A lot of stuff I got to check out, but if that's awesome, man, that I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I know it won't be for a while, but would you want to see in the James Gunn future Justice League team? Okay, some of the things I want to see, the Justice League Watchtower. Just like in the animated series, I want that giant satellite base in the sky where heroes are just there chilling at a cafeteria working. Batman's on the computer going, "What are you doing here, Clark? You know I don't sleep. You know I got things to do." I would love to see that. Another thing I would want, I know I was just talking about Batman in the Watchtower. I always felt in the Snyder version of the Justice League a little odd that Batman was the one to recruit and start up the Justice League. I'm sure that maybe has happened in the comics, but I always like the version of Batman who thought to himself, I don't need to be part of the Justice League. I don't need to be part of your boy band. I work alone. I do stuff alone. But then when it becomes absolutely necessary, Batman is going to work with the Justice League. Batman is going to be there side by side with them. So I would kind of like it in his universe if Batman is hesitant to join in on the Justice League, to be part of their team, because he feels maybe a little superior to that until he like is forceful to come. I would love to see them adapt Batman contingency plans where maybe a villain gets a hold of Batman's files of how to kill every member of the Justice League or every superhero out there, and that gets used against them. That'd be a lot of fun. Nightwing stuff. I'm curious about the Bat family. I want to see the Bat family in terms of like Robin, Nightwing, even Batwoman, Batgirl, and stuff like that. But I don't want the Bat family to be so huge, because then that defeats what I was just talking about, where Batman is hesitant to join the Justice League. But I'm like, how can he be hesitant to do that when he's got a whole dang family members with bat suits and everything? That's something I would like to see. Other than that, I wish Green Lantern was given more movie stuff. I hate how dirty Green Lantern is done, and unfortunately, that's the future we have for the Flash, because the Flash is now one of the biggest comic book bombs out there because of all those controversies. I hope that doesn't end up happening to the Flash as a character, where because the Green Lantern bombed a long time ago with Ryan Reynolds, never made another movie, never made anything else. They're scared to do it because they think it's going to bomb. Green Lantern is such a cool character with cool concepts of nice powers. I don't like that it's going to be an HBO show, on a Max show. I want it to be a movie. I would love it to be a movie form. So hopefully when like the Justice League movies happen or the team up films, you know, Green Lantern can be given some love, whether it's Hal Jordan or John Stewart. I know Guy Gardner is going to be in there, but I don't want him representing my Green Lanterns. I want Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Other than that, man, I just want a cool Justice League movie, man. I just want to look at the Justice League the way I see like Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, and get that big smile when I see Batman teaming up with the Flash and then Superman. You get those moments in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I want more of that. I want a lot more. I don't know. That's just kind of some of my thoughts on that. Any news on the Assassin's Creed show, the Netflix? Last I heard is they lost the showrunner again. Yeah, that's really the last news that we had on it. There's nothing new about it. I've never played the Assassin's Creed games. My brother was a big fan of those, so everything I know about Assassin's Creed was through my brother. But they're wise. Netflix needs to jump on that, man. But with this writer strike, I'm not sure if any of that is going to be going on here. All right, let me see what else you guys are saying. All right. Going through all these comments, man. Some of you guys are being so awesome. Chris, are you seeing the new movie called Cobweb? Yes. I gotta find a theater in my area that is playing it, but I've been seeing people talk about it. I'll probably have a review by like Sunday for you guys on that. I just gotta find a theater in my area. Thoughts on someone said thoughts on the X-Men 97 footage? Did they just release some of that? I didn't think I saw any of that footage. Let me look it up. X-Men 97. Did they release something? I've only seen people talk about the toys that came out here. Was there some footage that came out that I didn't see? Let me see here. Yeah, I didn't see anything on that. But no, I'm curious to see it, see how it turns out. I like that the designs are staying faithful to the other thing. I can't wait for Scream 7. Same like you, my friend. Same like you. Oh, yeah, that came up. Man, I don't know how that's going to turn out. So if you guys didn't see, they came out with a Rick and Morty anime. which I think is just why anime? Like I like anime, but it just feels like such a random thing to include. And this trailer, it just like it feels like a stereotypical anime opening that you would see. Animation, I feel, is looking nice. It looks like what you would expect from an anime. I just don't get like what are we doing here? You know, like what is this gonna be? How different is this gonna be from the actual show? Then is this gonna be like taking itself seriously and having more interconnected storylines? Because when I was watching Rick and Morty, because I haven't caught up with some of the latest season. When I was watching Rick and Morty, I liked the stuff they were doing with like evil Morty and the storylines in there. But then sometimes you would take large gaps from that linear story to tell random things, which I did like the random things, like a Pickle Rick episode here and there and whatnot. I feel like maybe that's the opportunity they have with this show here, but no, I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I'm that enthralled to see this. It just looks okay to me. I don't know what are you guys thinking about this? Let me see here. Some people just said yes, yes. 1K5 people, let's go. Yeah, thanks to the 1,500 people that are in here. Y'all are awesome. Let's see here. Read this, Chris, and show my comment. What do you think of Little Lodgers and search it? Oh, that sounds bad, my friend. I'm not gonna search that. I'll look that up later, whatever that is. Well, let me look this up here. What is Little Lodgers? I've never heard of that. Little Lodgers. Oh, it looks like some claymation type show. I'll look into that later, my friend. That looks a little odd. Let's see here. What else you guys are saying? Uh, I really hope good word of mouth saves Blue Beetle. People that already seen Blue Beetle say it was good, so hopefully that's the case. Yeah, I saw. In fact, let me see if I can find some of those reactions. I did see some people already got to see Blue Beetle, and they were saying nice things about it. Not like mind blowing best comic book movie ever made. But they had a premiere. I don't know if it was in Mexico. I think maybe it was in Mexico, maybe Brazil. And yeah, I saw some people call it lovely, call it fun, call it nice. Can't find a lot. A lot of them is just because apparently Reese's is having some sort of collaboration with them. It's just like the only collaborative thing that I've seen so far with Blue Beetle. Like, look at that. That's all they're doing. We're not getting a Blue Beetle burger. We're not getting anything. We're getting Blue Beetle Reese's. They couldn't even make the Reese's blue, my friends. But yeah, dang man, that suit is so awesome. What a waste, man. What a waste. I really hope James Gunn does something good with Blue Beetle. I'm thinking James Gunn is definitely going to do Teen Titans whenever he gets the chance, and that's where he's throwing in Jaime. I know they're not necessarily. He's probably going to call it like Titans something, but they already called the show Titans, so I don't know if he'll do that. I doubt he'll call it Teen Titans though. But yeah. Watched Oppenheimer in IMAX last night. My ears. Yeah, the theater was rumbling. I kept seeing so many reports. So there's probably people out there that went to go see Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter. And there were so many reports of the IMAX projectors not being able to handle that 600-pound film strip that the movie would like stop after like 2 hours or something. And I've seen already so many people that like didn't get to finish the movie because of that, or that they had to like do some technical stuff on it. But yeah, I saw it in 70 millimeter. It wasn't IMAX, unfortunately. All those screenings were sold out. It was crazy. And I was like 3 seats away from the screen. So I was kind of like, oh, don't blow up on me, Christopher Nolan, please. But now, yeah. I bet it's nice. I bet it's nice, my friends. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Thoughts on the Spider-Man 5 console? I think it looks great. I cannot wait to buy it. And this is what I love. I can't believe they haven't done this more sooner. And maybe they have. You guys can tell me. But I was like, because you guys have seen this by now, maybe. They have the Spider-Man console. Looks fantastic. Mwah! But the cool thing about it is you're going to be able to buy the panels separately. So when the PS5 came out, people noticed, oh, you can take apart, the parts of the controller, and maybe they'll sell these accessories separately. So you don't just have to buy a new controller if you wanted a different color. You just buy the skins and panels. Same on the PS5. But it's like we're like 2 years into the PS5, and they barely are doing that. I haven't seen any official PlayStation stuff where you can buy, the replaceable skin panels for the controller or replace. Well, there have been some, but none themed to the game. You would think like, yeah, you can buy a blue panel, a pink panel, and stuff like that. But like, where are the themed ones? There's like the God of War theme panel you can buy, or this and that. So that's kind of cool that they're doing it here for Spider-Man. I'm just surprised it's not more of a popular thing. I think this just looks really awesome here. And this I didn't talk about this in my breakdown video, but this little trailer hints again to my dumb theory that Peter could be Venom. In this footage, you hear Peter telling Miles, shock me." And that's how I think they're going to take off the Venom suit from Peter in the game by using Miles's electric powers. I'd be so interesting if in this game they make it so that you can't take the suit off as clean as you would like. I mean, we saw in the Tobey Maguire movie, he was struggling to rip it off and it was fighting him back. If that suit gets more ingrained into Peter and he can't take it off, it's going to be cool for Miles to have to force it off of him. And I think they even did say in the panel that the suit will be able to be sentient without a host at some point, which then just goes again after it comes off Peter. It's gonna be full on Venom again, but I know. People don't like my theory. Leave me alone. But no, that's awesome. I can't wait to get that thing. It looks great. Play Arkham Knight. I love Arkham Knight, man. I think Arkham Knight is great. I'd be too scared of the bat popping out. Did you see the Haunting in Venice trailer? I did. Another was the Inspector. It's not Cluzio. That's the freaking Steve Martin movie. But yeah, it looks good. I like how they're going with a horror twist on it, and they're gonna play on the whole thing of like, is it really a ghost or is it just a human? It's gonna be a human, but we can make you believe it's a ghost for a little bit of the movie. Yeah, I'm curious. I've liked the last two movies more. The Oriental Express, not so much the what was it, Death of the Nile. I thought Death of the Nile was all right. Chris, you're my favorite YouTuber ever. I've been watching your videos since Willy's Wonderland come out. I'm leaving the stream now. Goodbye. Goodbye, Maka. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Invincible 2 panel starting now. Well, I'm in Dallas. I don't think I'm gonna make the panel, unfortunately, but that's awesome. Are you gonna do other streams? Yeah, I mean every Friday here on the channel and then on Twitch. I'll just do them randomly throughout the week where we just talk nonsense and get real wild because we don't have to abide by the YouTube guidelines. Yeah. Let me see. Let me bring up some other things you guys are saying. Do you think we will get more classic X-Men suits in Deadpool 3, like Wolverine costumes? Is there a classic X-Men costume you want to see? Oh, yeah. The Cyclops one, my friend. Hang on. I got my finger stuck. X-Men 90. So that's one of the rumors with Deadpool 3 is they're going to bring in all the old 2000 X-Men in the actual movie, and they're going to give them colorful costumes just like with Hugh Jackman. The one I want to see the most is this Cyclops costume. I have loved this costume ever since I got it. Let me go grab something for you guys. I have here my Funko Pop of my favorite X-Men, Scott Summers in his 90s suit. Oh, it looks fantastic. I really want that to be the suit that pops in there. And if it's James Marsden, ooh, it is game over for y'all. Other than that, I don't know. Like Rogue would be awesome if they throw Rogue in that outfit. That'd be really cool to see. I don't think we have a classic Jubilee. No, I'm still curious if Halle Berry is going to be showing up as Storm. Will they give her the all white suit right here? Jean Grey also. Gambit. There's rumors that friggin' Channing Tatum will show up in there since he was announced way back that he was going to get a solo Gambit movie. Then the Fox Disney acquisition happened. That movie got canceled, but it'd be so funny to see Channing Tatum show up as Gambit in that outfit. But other than that, my number one is Scott Summers in that 90s classic suit. That would be so freaking awesome if they end up doing that. Hey, just want to let you know I love your videos. Oh, man. Well, I love you, man. I genuinely mean it. Nobody else but you. Just you. Chris, if you had to bring back any celebrity back from the dead, who will it be and why? I don't know why. The immediate one that came to my mind, Robin Williams. Robin Williams movies are such guilty pleasure movies for me. I every time I see a Robin Williams movie, it just brings me such joy. The man was so funny, was so talented, so heartwarming. I love his movies. It would be Robin Williams. I'd bring him back and have him make more fun movies or even some of his darker films I enjoy. But I just feel like, I don't know, Robin Williams is such like a comfort actor to me where like his movies bring me such joy. That'd be the one. That's the one that like immediately came to my mind with the question. Homeboy reacts. You reacted with $1. I appreciate you, homeboy. Thanks for answering my question. As for Green Lantern content, the animated series on Max is streaming is fire. Oh, okay. I never checked that out. I'll give that a shot. Thanks for letting me know, man. Oh, what's your biggest guilty pleasure movie? My biggest guilty pleasure movie that I like truly love, no matter what. Well, I guess it would be like, but are those guilty pleasure like the scary movie franchise? Because although they get like bad reviews, they're like really fun. My biggest guilty pleasure. I know like my latest one that was controversial was like I enjoyed Space Jam 2 New Legacy. I like the Looney Tunes. It's nothing. I know y'all didn't like it, but it's okay. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Um, that's the one I still get flack about. I'm trying to think. I have to get the Cat in the Hat is hilarious, but again, that's like a meme movie that I feel we all agree is fun. I think Cat in the Hat is so freaking hilarious with Mike Myers. If I think of another one during the stream, I'll bring it up. But those are some ones in my mind. Nice Cyclops Funko. You should show us others. Oh, you want me to go one by one right now and all of them? It'd be hard, but I still got you, Scott Summers. Thanks for the support, man. Chris, you should check out the Mortal Kombat DSU trailer. Yeah, we did. We talked about it here. I've shown it up twice. It is exciting. I am loving that pack, and I can't wait to see who else they bring up. Have you heard of the Y2K movie? I have not heard about the Y2K. I was alive for Y2K. I survived it. I was only 5 years old when it happened. I stopped it on my own. I don't know if you knew that. Is there any updates on the live action Pokemon show? No, we know it's happening. They're going to make a movie and a show. And I'm curious, Netflix, you got so many things in the works, man. And we saw that article that they were making a Masters of the Universe movie, He-Man. They spent $30 million and then they said, we're not doing this anymore. 30 million down the drain. Better not do that with Pokemon. They also got to work on the Power Ranger stuff. They're saying they're coming out with a Power Ranger movie. And I still wanted a Power Ranger sequel to that other one they came out with. I know it wasn't perfect, but I thought it was really fun. They did them dirty. That was a cool cast. And that Green Ranger like setup at the end of that Power Ranger movie had me hyped. And we're never going to see that continuation there. So I don't know. Yeah, Netflix, you need to get working on that, man. Let's see here. Did you see the One Piece Netflix show? Yeah, see, I've never watched One Piece. It's intimidating to get into because of the million episodes that they have. But the trailer looked okay. I saw people really liking and enjoying it, and hopefully it meets your guys' pleasure. See, I think I'll check it out when it comes out. And if I like it enough, I'll probably go back and watch the actual anime and try and get into it. Hasbro owns Power Rangers. They're the ones slacking. Maybe it is them slacking there. Rush Hour movies is canon in the MCU. If that is true, that is awesome. I need me Rush Hour 4. I really want to see it. I love TMNT. I love it too. I'm so excited for Mutant Mayhem. Hearing so many great things about it, man. Let's see here. Let's see what else you guys say. Oh, I saw the question I wanted to answer. Excuse me. Let me see. The Flash, 20 out of 10. I'm glad you're an enjoyer of The Flash. I know there's controversy and people make fun of it. I liked it. I thought it was an enjoyable movie, but I understand. Not everybody. You're one of my favorite YouTubers, and I love your videos. Oh man, I love you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are you gonna make another spook your mama decorating video? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do this year or what I'm gonna do differently, but I plan to. I definitely plan to, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, 3C, just got to say you're absolutely amazing and you deserve all the love you get. And would you ever watch Doctor Who as it's coming to Disney Plus? You got to tell me where to start on Doctor Who because I know there's like so many years of old history and I have so many friends of mine's mutuals in the movie space that love Doctor Who. It's a thing I got to get into, but I've never watched it. If you tell me where to start, I'll watch it because it looks like it could be my thing, but that's just another thing never got into. I just want to say I love your channel. Man, you're one of my favorite YouTubers. Also, what has been your favorite movie of the year? We should be friends. My favorite movie of the year so far is, I think, Across the Spider-Verse, John Wick 4, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Oppenheimer, now added on there. I would say those are the top ones. Evil Dead Rise. That's probably like where I'd cut it off as like favorite movies so far. That's kind of my list so far. But there's a lot of other stuff I like. Like I really like Scream 6. I really like The Flash. But yeah, there's some other thing. If you want to talk about my disappointments, it's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I saw Dead Meat finally put up a video on that, and I've been meaning to check that out. So yeah, I can't wait to see that video on there. But that's my worst right there. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and oh no, was Jeepers Creepers this year or was that last year? I can't remember. If it was Jeepers Creepers, then it's Jeepers Creepers. Funko needs to make 3C Films Funko Pop. Hey, man, I could just make my own. I go down to the headquarters and I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself, my friend. All right. Okay, guys, but I think that's where we're going to be ending today's stream here. I want to thank you guys so much for coming by and stopping and watching this with me. If you're someone who's watching this back in the future and decided to check out this video, you're the best. You guys are the awesome. Hopefully we'll have more stuff to talk about. Look forward to this weekend. I'll be doing my review for Talk to Me. Gonna start up on the TMNT videos. Doing all that. If you want to catch more live streams throughout the week, follow me on Twitch because I'll do some on there, and it's a lot smaller on there. It's more connected, so I'll definitely be able to answer your questions and whatnot. But you guys are the absolute best. I love your faces. Take care of yourselves. Be safe this weekend, my friends.